Today, I'll be debunking a popular myth about Meshtastic, and that myth is that it is difficult to get set up. After watching this video, even non-techie types are going to say that was simple. And we're going to do it all in under 10 minutes using a guide that I made called Your First 10 Minutes with Meshtastic. Now, this lesson is one of many that exists inside of an overarching curriculum. The curriculum doesn't just get you set up in 10 minutes. It teaches you all the background information that you need to truly understand how to maximize Meshtastic. Now, watch this video first, but if that interests you, after the video, go check it out. It's not free, but it's very thorough. It has handouts, as quizzes, as structured lessons, videos, and exercises. And best of all, it helps me feed my family. All right, enough of that. Let's get you started. Today, I'll be demonstrating with a LilyGo TDEC Plus and a LilyGo T Echo. The truth is, these instructions are pretty much universal, so it doesn't matter what device you have. There are some steps that might be a little different, but this will apply no matter what device you have. Step 1, unboxing. This is where you're going to take inventory of what you have and where we're going to start making decisions. In your box, you will most likely find a Meshtastic node, an antenna, and a charging cable. But stop before you do anything else. Do not attempt to power on your device without an antenna connected. If you try this, you could brick your device. Some devices don't even come with an external antenna, so you'll be fine in those situations. But if your device does require you to screw an antenna on, please do not turn it on first. Moving on to step 2. Once your device has the antenna connected, you will power it on. Now, powering on your device might be pretty straightforward, but if it doesn't turn on right away, try plugging it in with the cable that it came with. Positive indications here would be that the screen turns on or that you see LED lights blinking. Now let's move on to step 3. If you have a device that does not have a screen and keyboard, then you're going to need to interface with your device using the Meshtastic app. If you're on the App Store or the Google Play Store, you should find something that looks about like this. Once you have the app downloaded, you can open it. But before we do that, I want to tell you about another app. This video is proudly sponsored by Mad Gear Company. Me. Look, every family needs an emergency plan, but most people do not have one. Our app, Ready Plan, fixes that. It guides you through the process of making your first emergency plan and helps you distribute it to your loved ones. If you've never made one before, that's perfectly fine. The app is built around that. It takes less than 10 minutes to make your first emergency plan and share it with everyone in your family. I truly believe that you're going to like it so much that I'll offer a full money-back guarantee if you don't like it. All right, let's get back to the app you actually came here for, Meshtastic. Now, the app might ask you for a few permissions, Bluetooth and GPS. Bluetooth is essentially required because that's how you're going to be interfacing with your node. GPS is not necessarily required if that's not something that you intend to use your device for. So before we move on to step 4, let's do a quick recap. You have your device, you have the antenna installed, you have it powered on, and you now have the Meshtastic app installed on your phone. For step 4, we are going to connect your node to the app. For iPhone users, you're going to have something that looks about like this. You'll click the connect button at the bottom, and if your device is powered on and Bluetooth is working properly, you will see your device. Android users, it's the same story. It just has a little bit of a different interface. You'll click the button on the far right on the bottom, and you will scan for your device. Your device might ask for a pairing code when you try to connect. There's 2 possibilities here. It's either the default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the pin is going to show up on the screen of your device when you try to connect. You'll know the connection worked when you start to see things like your firmware version, your battery level, and other device information on your phone. Another thing to keep in mind is that if your device reboots during this process, that's typically pretty normal. A lot of these setting changes that we're going to do will require a reboot of your device, and that happens automatically. Moving on to step 5, this is about basic setup. So we're going to set your region, and we are going to get you connected to the default channel. Oh, and I almost forgot, you're going to set a name for your device as well. If you're working with a LilyGo TDEC, it's going to look something like this. Since most of my audience is in the US, I'm going to be giving United States-centric settings. Now, with that being said, for region, select US. And for everybody else, select whatever region applies to you. Now pick a name that will stand out to you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but something unique that you could pick it out of a lineup. After you apply these settings, your device will reboot, and that's completely normal. One thing to note before we move on to the next step is that you will be staying in the default communications channel. So for this first 10 minutes of Meshtastic, you will not be making your own channels, but that is something that we can do later. But before we can even send a message on that default channel, we need to move on to step 6, which is understanding your app layout. Now, the app will let you do a couple of things. The main one is message other mesh devices, but you can also configure the settings for your device. You can look at a map of other devices in your area, and you can also manage connections with your device. When you're on the messages screen, you're going to see a couple options. You're going to see channels and direct messages. So you're connected to your device and you're inside of the app. Now you simply need to navigate to the place where you can actually send messages and select the primary channel. This is going to be the place where you send your first tests. Don't jump ahead. We're not quite there yet. You'll send your first test message very soon. What a perfect time to move on to step 7, preparing to send your first message. Now, the only way this is going to truly work is if you have another device in your area or if you have 2 devices yourself. So if you're watching this video and you haven't already purchased Meshtastic nodes, I would recommend buying 2 to begin. And the ones I like to point people towards first are the RAK Wisp Mesh tags. They're cheap, simple, durable, no nonsense. A really good place to start. So if you're looking to buy 2 nodes, I'd buy 2 of those first before you dive into anything fancy. But if you want to go right ahead and buy some TDEC pluses, be my guest. And for a quick demonstration, this is what you should see. On iPhone, you should see something like this. In your channels, you'll have the primary channel. And then for Android, you'll have something like this. You'll select the messages icon below, and then you should see your primary channel. You have a powered on device connected to the app. You're in the primary channel at this point. So where do we go from here? Step 8. At this point, you are finally ready to send your first test message. It could be anything. It could be test 1, 2, 3, this is a test, etc. To be clear about how this works, you send the message from your phone. Your phone sends that message via Bluetooth to the device. The software on your device handles the message and sends it out over radio waves. After the message transmits from your device, other nearby Meshtastic devices will hear it, process it, and then it moves backwards from there. So since you sent your message and all of this magic happened in the background, you've now successfully completed your first test message using Meshtastic, which means we can move on to step 9, which is verifying that it actually worked. After sending this message, you should see 3 things. 1, the message should be in your own message history. 2, the message should now appear on your second device. 3, both of the nodes should be listed on your mesh view. To see your mesh view, click on the nodes tab and you'll see other nodes nearby. And that's really it. That's your first 10 minutes with Meshtastic. You've successfully sent a message to another device. If you ran into any problems, don't worry. We've got advanced troubleshooting later on in this video series. If you want really structured troubleshooting, check out the course that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. We have an entire lesson dedicated just to troubleshooting. Thanks again for watching, and if you have any comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe.